here comes Mary. Good. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we have been starting standing, and we're going to do the same thing this morning. And I've really been loving kind of discovering new teachers and having them introduce me to some really great like joint movements. And so we'll do some of those today. Some we've done, some will be a little bit newer. So when you're ready, come to Tadasana and just feel how nice it is to have the feet on the mat, spread the toes, feel the solidity of the legs, roll the shoulders open and back. And feel how the breath will begin to elevate the chest. So we'll find a little bit of lift, and then we're going to feel like some expansion, some east-west expansion. Good. So as I'm talking, I found myself heel-toeing my feet out a little wider, so you might do the same. But just soften your knees. And then the left hand is going to slide down the left leg, right arm is up and over. So think about that whole side body just receiving that stretch. Keep the knees really soft. And as we move here, especially if you haven't done a lot of movement yet this morning, you might start off with some fairly subtle ment, right? And so then the deeper we go into class, the warmer you get, the more your body is going to be ready to follow that. Good. So one more time, right arm and left arm. And we'll just kind of add on. Nice soft knees, right arm over, take the left arm up, join the hands, and press out, come up to stand, and side bend the other direction. Good, inhale, exhale. So you might keep this side bend really higher up in the upper part of the rib cage, or you might feel like you're really getting a nice deep opening into the lower waist. Good. One last time each direction. Good, and then pause at neutral. So from here, our hands still stay interlaced. And we do this quite often. This is one of my favorite things. We're just circling here, really staying nice and tall. And I want to say, basically from the bottom tips of the shoulder blades all the way up to the palms, we feel that extension. Good, last time moving this direction. Pause, and then just go the other way. And you might find that joints like to move in tandem with each other. So you might even feel this into the hips, even just really subtly into the knees, subtly into the ankles. Good, last time circling. And release. Okay, then just shake the arms out. So I call these Dan hands. So Dan was a teacher at the community center. Some of you might have taken his classes. And he introduced me to this. So I'm going to bring my hands closer. So this is going to be maybe one of the most challenging things. So we're starting hands together. And then we open up, so we bring the thumbs together. So we open up the palms. And then the hands drop down. The backs of the hands come together. And we come back. Okay, we've all done this together before. So Dan hands, palms together, come to the thumbs, they're together, drop the hands down, backs of hands. Good, so just kind of nice soft legs, however you want to approach that. Just when we stand a lot at the beginning, I don't want you to lock out the knees at all. Good, so one more time, keeping the Dan hands, I'm sorry, I don't know why it's funny, at the chest. And then I'm going to ask you to begin to move them up, right? So we have that same movement. We're moving the Dan hands overhead, and we're coming back down. And so what I want you to feel into here is, as we come up and down, notice that the elbows and the shoulders are coming along. And I feel like we should be at some kind of restaurant table side, like we're belly dancing. Good. One more time, moving up and coming back to neutral. Good, and then pause and shake it out. Okay, so then the next time, so this time we had hands together, we brought the thumbs together to open up. Now hands together, we open up like a book, backs of hands. So we come here. So we're just, again, soft knees. You could take the legs a little wider. You could move the legs around a little bit. Good, and then now I feel like I'm Hawaiian dancing. The other way felt more like belly dancing. This feels more Hawaiian. So you might, again, travel up overhead. Note the feel in the shoulders and in the elbows, and then travel down. So as you're traveling down, you can come forward and down. You can keep it big or make it smaller. So at your pace, we're moving up. And then at your pace, we're moving down. Good. And release. Okay. So this is like, we're going to kind of like give ourselves a hug, but then what it's going to feel like is, you know, when you're sweaty and you're like struggling to get your sports bra off and you're like wiggling around, this is going to be a little more pleasurable. But so it's like we're going to take off a shirt. So right arm crosses over left, lift the arms up, and then open the arms. Good. So right over left, arms lift and open. Good. Still right over left, like we're taking off a shirt, but we're getting a nice big opening. Last time. And release. Good, now left over right. Lift up like you're taking off your shirt and open up. Good, left over right. So I'm hearing lots of clicks. You might be too. Good, twice more. Lift and open. Good, and lift and open. Good, and then roll the shoulders open and back. Take your legs a little wider and we'll just kind of, so I'm shifting a little side to side. I'm just letting my heel stay grounded and my foot lift up. Good. And then if you want, you can take the feet a little wider. This is just to give the legs a moment. Keep the breath full and deep. Okay, last time. Good, and then keep the legs wide and take your heels in a little bit. Good, bend your knees. So we're starting with the right arm. We're just taking a nice big circle. Nice and generous to your capacity, especially if you kind of have an acute injury or if you have any type of impingement, any rotator cuff or frozen shoulder, anything like that. You're gonna take this nice and slow. Good. Last time. And come to neutral. Make sure that the wide legs just feel really supportive. Good. Other side. And as you breathe in, I want you to think about, this isn't just an arm movement. Think about really reaching the arm up from the heel. Good, last breath. And release. Good, hands on hips. And then you can just kind of heel toe your feet in until you can come to stand. Nice soft knees. Okay, we're gonna bring elbows, forearms, wrists together and have the arms right about shoulder height. Lift up and lower. So we don't really lower so much as come back to the starting point. Lift up, return back to the starting point. It's okay if your elbows and forearms don't touch. See if you can just get the palms together. Good, lifting up. Back to the start. Good, last time, lift up. And come back to the start. Okay, then from here, we're just gonna open up wide goalpost. And then as we come in, forearms together, palms touch, let the upper back slightly round. So inhale, there's some arching here. Exhale, there's just a slight round. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Good, inhale, open. And exhale, round. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale, open up. And then release. So release the hands back, interlace. Bend the knees like a little chair. We keep the spine tall. So lift the arms up and release them down with the chin tucked towards the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Good, inhale, open. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Good, and roll the shoulders open and back, and then just shake out the legs. Okay, so from here, arms out, let your palms face down. And we did this the other day, so we're just kind of flipping the palm up and flipping it back down. So there's a lot of rotation through the arms. So you can start soft knees. And see how open you can actually get the palms, right? The shoulders initiate the action, but you can really see the results as you work through the hands. Good, last time. Good, and come back to neutral. Okay, shoulders open and back. So what we'll do here is I want you to extend your right arm out. It's like meshing with my mantle. So palm faces down. Now I want you to flip the palm up and take a side bend. Good, and release. Left arm is out, palm down, then flip it, palm up, breathe in, and exhale, side bend. Good, release. And then from here, take your legs wide again, bend your knees. Okay, so these arms, our arms are coming straight forward. The right crosses over the left. We just flip the palms so they face each other and release the hands. Okay, so arms out, right over left, flip the palms, interlace. Okay, so from here, nice wide legs, soft knees, arms out. Right palm over left, flip, interlace. Good, lift the arms up and reach them down. Arms up and reach them down. Your arms might not come that high, no worries. Inhale, it could be subtle. And exhale. Last one, inhale. Good, exhale. Come all the way down, release, stretch your legs straight, and then rebend. Okay, arms forward, left over right, flip so the palms face each other, clap the hands together, interlace, lift the arms up. Exhale, inhale. Good, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Good, and release. All 10 toes face forward, heel toe the feet in just a bit, and then step forward. Soft knees. So we're just sweeping the arms. Now, when I'm sweeping up with the right, the palm is down. When I'm sweeping back, the palm is up. So we're just kind of flipping palm up and down. You can't do this wrong. I'm going to bring just a little bit of bounce to the knees. And there's some momentum here. So let the arms really swing. Good for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay, so from here, we're going to come in and out of chair and circle the arms. So knees bent, arms are by your sides. Inhale, arms up. Stretch your legs straight, reach the arms out and around. So knees bend, arms up, legs straight, arms out and around. So it's a pretty generous movement. Good for 3, 2, and last one. Good, and then once again, take the hands, interlace them behind you. Take your legs a little bit wider, soften your knees. You might just drop the legs down and begin to lift the arms up. If you like, you can fold forward, keep the knees really bent. Think of kind of like cat or child's pose for the spine. Head and neck soft. Good, and then release. Take your hands to the thighs. Round yourself all the way up to stand. Good. Okay. So from here, simple rolling of the shoulders. It can feel so nice. Good, and then rolling the other way. Good. And now take your legs wide again, just to a width that feels comfortable and still nice and stable. Good, so we're gonna let the hands kind of slide up and down the thighs. We're gonna roll the shoulders open and stretch the legs more to straight and drop back down. So we're just rolling the shoulders and stretching the legs towards straight, bending and straightening with the shoulders rolling. It doesn't matter, whatever rhythm you're establishing is fine. No rules. Good, last time. And now we're gonna go the other way. So it means, I don't think going the other way, I could bend and straighten my knees. My brain won't let me go there. Good. Last time, come back to neutral. Good. And let your hands rest on the thighs. Drop your hips and note how in this particular posture, my shoulders come all the way up to my ears. I'm gonna let that happen. Now I have like a teeny little rock side to side. It's like almost imperceptible. Good, last breath. And then slowly come on up. Now we've got the wide legs, we're kind of prepped for warrior two. So I'm walking my right foot a little wider to give me a wider stance. I'm pivoting open the left foot. So you still want that heel to arch alignment. Good. Now you can stay here, arms down and simply breathe, or you can interlace the hands, brush your palms forward, arms up and out, release. Good, so interlace the hands again, palms forward and release. Good, so I'm actually gonna dive a little deeper into my warrior two. You might take some of the bend out of the front knee if you need more stability. Good, again. Arms up and open. Last one, inhale and exhale. Good, this time inhale, open up and stay with the arms wide. Now, not too long ago, we did a side bend and we'll mimic the arms here. So your palms are facing down. I want you to flip the left palm up, reach forward, and take your side bend. Good, come back. Inhale, exhale, flip, reach forward, and take your side bend. I'm not gonna worry about the breath. Palms down, left palm up, hinge forward, and side bend. Again, both arms out, palms down, left palm up, reach, and side bend. Last time, arms out, both palms down, flip, left palm up, hinge, and side bend. Good, inhale. And then, so I have a really long stance for my warrior two. I'm gonna shorten it just a tad for triangle. Stretch your front leg straight. You can do hands on hips, hand to thigh, maybe hand just below the knee. Right arm is up, and then if you like, send the right arm over, and we're just gonna circle the wrist. I want you to press down through both feet. So from the hips to the feet, we ground. Soften the shoulders out of the ears. From your right hip to the right pinky toe side of the foot, really anchor. Good, circle the wrist the other way. Good, bend your knee, inhale, warrior two. And then exhale, all 10 toes are forward. Good, full breath in, full breath out. Okay, so then we just switch. Now the right toes are forward, and you might have to rearrange your feet. And then from here, you can just stay hands and hips. You could do arms out to sides, or you can interlace fingers, press the arms up, and open up. Good, so inhaling and exhaling. Good, two more. Beautiful, last one, inhale and exhale, arms are out. Good, so now the palms are facing down. Let the right palm face up, hinge forward, and take your side bend. Good, both arms back, palms down. Right palm up, hinge, and side bend. Good, inhale back to center. Right palm up, hinge forward, and side bend. Good, twice more, palms down. Flip the right palm up, hinge forward, and side bend. Last time, both palms down, palm faces up, hinge, and side bend. Good, inhale back to your warrior two. For a moment, make sure you take a nice big exhale. You might have a slightly shorter stance, but don't shortchange yourself. Good, coming into triangle. Long spine, hand can stay on thigh, maybe just under the knee. Left arm is up, and I like to stretch over. And then we're circling the wrist. Good, so press the feet down. Circle the other way. Last breath. And slowly come out to your warrior two. And then all 10 toes are forward. Good, so take a nice big full breath and just feel how the spine will kind of, sometimes it takes a moment for everything to feel like it comes back to neutral. Now, I'm putting my hands here because I want you to, you could even do the same. I want you to activate the thighs. So I feel like an open hand is like a thigh that's not activated, and then a fist is like strong activation. So strong activation through the legs, and begin to hinge. Now this might be enough. Maybe you come halfway. If you're not concerned about blood pressure, you can come down. But if you have high blood pressure or low pressure, but that's not medicated, then don't come all the way down. And you can take your hands to the floor if you'd like, or if you have a block. Let the head and neck relax. Good, and then inhale, a half lift. And I'm going to have you just kind of heel toe your feet a little bit closer together. We're coming down, so it's really yogi's choice, just the easiest way, safest way for your body to come to all fours. Okay, and then from all fours, if you would like, take your mat and double it up so you just get that, like that little extra padding. We'll inhale, arch, and exhale, round. And feel how ready the body is at this point for this movement. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Good, again, inhale, and exhale. Twice more with your breath. Good. And then come to neutral. So from here, we're coming to a seat. Take your time getting there. And water break. When you find yourself at a seat, take the knees wide, and I've got my hands like out and back, and my palms are kind of flipped open. So both feet on the floor, we'll inhale. Good, and as you exhale, we're gonna drop the legs to the right so that the left knee kind of drops in. See if you can have a nice flexion to the left foot. Come back to center and drop the other way. Keep a flexion to the right foot as you drop the knee in. Good, so moving side to side. And you don't have to go down far. So if this is problematic for the knee, you could just do a little dip, right? You don't have to go that far. And I find that a lot of times I have to, like I could walk forward and backward here. So sometimes I'll have to like lift my hips up, realign them before I drop to the other side. Good, one more time, each direction. Good, and then come up to neutral. So We're going to take the feet wide-ish and just start to circle the ankles. If like sitting like this is really uncomfortable, you can always sit on like a pillow, like a throw pillow if you have one, or a nice like thick, heavy folded blanket. So we're just circling, and then we're going to circle the other way. And same thing when we were like circling the hands and we kind of had the elbows and shoulders in on the action. The same thing is actually happening here. It's just more subtle. Good. So then from neutral, I'm taking my feet a little bit wider and I'm letting my feet flop in and out. So a nice internal, external rotation. I know I mentioned this a lot, but internal rotation isn't something we get often. So when your toes come towards each other, that's internal. For the legs, in yoga, or really in any kind of sport, it's not a super common position. Okay, and then bend your knees. All right, so from here, we'll come into crawling twist. So I'm going to come this way, so I move in the same direction. So you take a full breath in, exhale, drop the knees wide to the right, swing your left arm around, broaden the right fingertips. So inhale, lift and lengthen. Good. And exhale, we'll come down. We're going to do like a waterfall action here. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Good. And exhale, fold. And last time, inhale. And this time, exhale. You can bring the right forearm to the floor and maybe stretch those left fingers further away. So the more you want out of this, the more you can get by simply, so maybe you take that left knee and take it a little further behind. Maybe you take the left fingertips, reach them a little further forward. On an inhale, come on up, roll the shoulders open, come to neutral. And from here, just a little, I'll show you here, just a little cat-cow, so arch and round. And arch and round. Good. Just letting the spine come through, nice range of motion available to you now. Good. Last one, arch and round. I want you to feel the rounding here. And then we're going to come into, it's called a hammock pose. So come onto your forearms and feel the arch. So I don't know if you could see. So here's the arch, right? And then here's the round. We're just going to stay in this hammock pose. So shoulders come up to ears. Just receive the breath. Good. So let the thighs be relaxed. So head of the thigh bone drops deep into the hip socket. Good, and then on an inhale, begin to press yourself back up. And since we're here for just a moment, this is called the rack. So you can turn to face, turn to face your hands away from the body. So hands away from the body. Now, if you want more, you can begin to walk your hands a little further back. If you want more still, lift your hips and slide the hips closer to the heels. If you want more still, stretch your legs straight. If you feel like your elbows are gonna pop out, then you're doing it right. Good, and then I usually will just soften a knee, slide up. Okay, so coming to crawling twist on the other side. So hands are behind, knees are wide, full breath. Exhale, drop the knees to the left, sweep the right arm around. Pause for a moment, full breath in. And then we exhale, just the waterfall action, lower down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Okay, last one, inhale, lift. And this time as you exhale, lower, you can stay on palms, soften the elbows, or maybe come to your left forearm. If you want more, you can kind of creep that right foot further away, which will draw the knee further back. You can reach through the right fingertips. Good. Last breath. And slowly bring yourself up. Come back to that kind of neutral position. And one more time, just the cat-cow action. And you choose where you want your hands, if they're more out to the side, if the fingers are forward, or they're back behind you. Good, last breath. Okay, and then from neutral, we're going to come all the way down. So bring yourself all the way down. And let your arms rest by your sides. Let your feet be flat on the floor. Take a full breath in. Exhale, press into the feet. Draw the low belly in. Begin to lift your hips. It doesn't have to be much. And then slowly lower. And we're going to use the breath to accompany the movement. So inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Good. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Now we'll inhale, lift. And stay. Option if you'd like to take the arms overhead. Let the skull rest on the floor. Let the arm bones rest on the floor. Last breath. Good. Lower down. Good. I want you to keep the left foot on the floor and hug your right knee in. And circle the right ankle. And do a pretty thorough job here in pointing and flexing. So I began circling really quickly, and then I'm kind of slowing the pace down a little bit to get a thorough point and flex. Good. Same thing, other directions, a nice thorough point and flex. Good. And then release that and just give the right leg a nice squeeze. Tapping into the low back and that left side. If you'd like, stretch that left leg straight. That's purely optional. You might find that the breath is ready to slow. Good, and release. Go ahead and bend both knees again. And hug the left shin in. And start with the circling. And go ahead and start with that just a slightly quicker pace. And then slow it down a little bit so you're much more cognizant of the action of the pointing and flexing. And then circle the other way. Feeling into the full range of motion, so there's a lot of different aspects to it. It's sometimes really nice to just be quiet and listen and observe how the body moves. Good, pause and really hug that left leg in, right to your capacity. If you'd like, stretch your right leg long. If you are stretching the right leg long, see if you can keep the right leg pressing down towards the floor. Okay, release. So please bend both knees and have both feet on the floor. So I'm just going to lift my hips for a moment and realign. And have them be long. Stretch your right leg up. I don't know, how am I going to show you this? So there's internal, external rotation. Okay, so your foot is up, and I want you to open the toes up towards the right side of your mat. External rotation, come back. So we're just opening up and come back. Opening the toes so they go out to the side. Your foot is kind of flexed and come back. Good, last time. And you'll feel that even through the hip, there's a nice movement. Okay, then the knee, up, down. Left leg is up. The foot is flexed and we open the toes out to the side. External rotation. We come back to neutral. Good. Open out external. We'll come back. Open out external. And come back. Good. Open. Feel the movement all the way to the hip joint. Return. Last time. Open out. Come back. Both knees bent. All right. Right leg back up. Foot somewhat flexed. Open out to the side. Bend your knee. And then hug that left leg in. So that's an option. You can keep that foot on the floor or you can hug it. And now, option to take a little bit of a rocking movement side to side. I want you to flex both feet. It doesn't have to be super hard flexion. Option to press your right thigh away as you rock. Okay, last time, if there's a little rocking motion side to side, come back to neutral, release. Give that right leg a hug. And release. Okay, left leg is up. Nice kind of neutral foot. Externally rotate so the toes go out to the side and then bend at the knee. You can stay right here or hug in. And you can begin that little rock. I like flexed feet. You can keep them flexed or just have them be super neutral. See if you can keep the breath full all the way down from the crown of the head to the base of the spine so the spinal cord lights up with breath. Good. Last little rock side to side and release. Okay, both feet on the floor. Now please stretch both legs straight. And if you'd like, you don't have to, but you might want arms overhead. I like that. So if you're stretching your arms overhead, let the shoulders come up to your ears. We're going to strongly flex the feet and point. Good. Strong flex and point and flex and point. So you should feel this. Like there's some action happening here. So I want you to really strongly lengthen hands away from feet. Nice full breath. Good. Last time, flex and point. And then release. And legs wide. We did this seated. We'll do it here. Let your feet flop open and close. So we will tap back into the sacrum, the tailbone, the coccyx bone. Giving ourselves a nice amount of openness and spaciousness, and I feel like kind of cleaning up. Like if you have dishes in the sink and then you clean up and it's nice and clean, I feel like we're gonna clean up a little bit. Good. So palms down, arms by your sides, palms down, feet nice and neutral. So instead of letting them flop open, that's that strong external rotation, keep them neutral. Good. Full breath. As you exhale, flex through the right foot, stretch long through the heel. You might not go far, but stretch long and return. You're going to feel the stretching really when you return. Again, we're going to stay on the right. Flex the foot, stretch long through the heel. Return back to the start. Last time, foot flexed, elongate through the heel, lengthen that right leg, and come back. Same thing, left side. So flex the left foot. Stretch the heel forward and long. Return. That's my husband's cell phone. Flex with the left foot. Elongate, press through the heel. And return, staying on the left side. Flex the foot. Elongate the leg. Stretch forward through the heel. And come back. Okay. Take your feet a little wider and flop open and closed. So getting some of that same movement through the upper body. So I want you to, let me see what I want to do. Let's flip the right palm to face up. So the right palm faces the ceiling. Take a full breath in. Exhale, stretch. So the arm won't slide much, but slide it towards the foot and release it back. And slide the fingers towards the foot and release back. Last time, slide and release back. Left palm faces up. Full breath in. Slide the fingertips long to the foot and release back. Good. Slide it long and release back. Last time, slide long and release back. Good. From here, arms overhead, feet together. We're going to come into banana. So you can take, I will sometimes cue taking little baby steps with the heels, like step, 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 step. You can do that, or you can do one big sweep, right leg across. Now, what will happen is the right buttock and it gets kind of tucked under, which is not comfortable. So I'll bend my left knee, put the foot on the floor, lift my hips up, get that skin and musculature out, and then bring the left leg over. So taking the legs and optional to take these arms over to the right and clasp opposite elbows. And just kind of receive that stretch over the left hip. Good, last breath. And release. You can bend both knees, put the feet on the floor, lift your hips, realign. And same thing other side. I have to just move myself a little bit so I can get that extension. Same thing other side. So legs, you just want to make sure that as you do this, you have your hips and your shoulders still grounded. So you don't want anything to lift. We're not rolling to the side as much as just getting a side bend here. Good, last breath. And then return. So bring everything back to neutral. You can bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, lift and realign your hips. And then this should be kind of fun. You could just tap your feet on the floor. Just stimulating all those meridians that run through the feet that correspond to different organs in the body. Just tapping. It's actually a little bit of work. If it's too much work, keep your left foot on the floor and just tap your right. Or you can keep your right foot on the floor and just tap your left. But if you could do it, tap. It's like our version of a little temper tantrum, right? So tap, tap, tap. And then release. Make a fist, a nice light fist. And stop that. And just stop. Oh no. Tap along the legs. Lila. Then you have to go. And tap the outer hips. So as far as the arms can reach, we're doing the legs onto the thighs. Good. And then I'm going to bend my right leg and just tap the hamstring. Same thing, left. Waking us back up again, really. Good. And then feet. Good. And then from here, you're going to take your finger pads. Let me just come up. Hopefully, you'll just have to turn your head. And we're taking the finger pads and lightly tapping the chest. It's not much. It's just a light tapping. If you have a dog, this is very interesting for your dog. Just so using the finger pads, tapping. You gotta go. Will you please call Lila? Just tapping, using the fingers to tap along the chest. All right, and then please extend your left arm and use your right hand to just up and down the forearm into the upper arm. Just nice long movements. Long bones of the arms, get the long strokes. Good, right arm. Nice long strokes, long bones of the arms. Good, and then circle the wrist. Circle the other way. Draw the knees in, rock a little bit, and then stretch your legs towards straight. And we're gonna circle, keep everything soft. Circle the wrist and ankles and go the other way. And then now we're just shake everything out. Good. So just nice big shakes. Okay, hug everything in. Good. And then from here, extend your legs long and let a hand rest on the belly and a hand rest above it. So you don't have to do chest unless you like that. You can just do hands on the body. And let the arm bones soften and the leg bones soften into the floor. Let the muscle drape over the bone. Let's feel the remaining energy just circulating through the body. And then on an inhale, stretch your arms back overhead and grow again. Maybe begin to blink the eyes open. So just elongating, stretching through the body like you could grow an inch. On an exhale, release and bend the knees. Put the feet on the floor. And just pause, like let the feet be wide enough that the knees can knock and let the hands rest on the belly. Keep your eyes open though, or just blink them a couple times. Get a breath that's full, that really expands the lungs. And on the exhale, just let yourself be empty for a moment. Good, and then when you are ready, you take all the time you need to come to a side, roll to a side, and eventually press yourself up. When you arrive, take a few breaths and allow this moment as a transitional period. With the eyes closed, maybe breathe to feel the back body and soften through the joints, the shoulders, the neck. And I just invite you to bring the hands together in prayer. Let the thumbs rest on the body. Hare Om, Om Tat Sat, Om Shanti, Om Peace. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.